I have to be honest with you. I was so angry with my endocrinologist, and that's what made me, in the first place, take a lot of action to take things into my own hands and heal myself. It was a very negative energy that pushed me in that direction, but you know what? It is my disease has become my new destiny. It turned my life so much around that it gave me the confidence of wanting to leave advertising altogether and dedicate myself to doing holistic health coaching with people who have a thyroid issue. And being a former advertising planner, I like systems and strategies, and so the system that I've put in place for working with my thyroid clients is what's called a RAB system, R-A-B. R stands for removing, A for adding, and B for balancing. Removing means removing food and lifestyle choices that are sabotaging our thyroid, and that's hugely important to eliminate those first. There's food out there that suppresses the thyroid function, so that's one of the first things that we need to work on to take that out. Second thing is there are a lot of food intolerances that we suffer from, and by addressing those alone, there'll be a significant improvement in thyroid function. You might have heard of people who have gotten off gluten altogether and have been losing weight and their thyroid has been improving, and that's very true. That's really, really good. Problem with gluten is that if you have a gluten intolerance, there's a very high likelihood there's some other intolerance you might have as well. And my job as a coach is to help you find what it is. The typical culprits will be things like dairy, corn, eggs, yeast, fructose, nightshade vegetables, who knows. And there is an elimination diet that I have in place that lasts about 30 days that will help us nail down exactly what it is that you're not tolerating. The other thing about removing is addressing some of the critical medical issues that you might have that are sabotaging your thyroid. One of it is insulin resistance, which is a pre-diabetic condition. How do you know you have it? Well, if you feel very tired after having a meal, you're always craving sugars and carbohydrates, you have that stubborn fat around your tummy that just wouldn't go away no matter what you do, all of those are signs of insulin resistance. It basically means that the insulin is not, and the sugar is not being distributed properly in your body. There's a lot of extra sugar circulating in your body, doing a lot of damage to a lot of the organs, and thyroid is one of them. The good news is that insulin resistance can be reversed by proper diet, and hence this will be one of the first things that we want to address in thyroid health. Another thing which is critical is candida, which is another term for yeast overgrowth in your gut. There's a saying, you are as healthy as your gut, and that is extremely important in a thyroid condition as well. So how do you know you have candida? Well, if you have frequent urinary tract infections, you have frequent sinus headaches, just generally headaches, bad skin, vaginal discharge, those are all symptoms of candida, which we need to address again for a healthy thyroid. Lastly, when I talk about removing is also removing the emotions that are associated with stress and anxiety. And I know it's easy to say, take out stress, and I'm not going to be talking to you about, leaving your job or walking away from your husband, but what I can offer you is helping you deal with these situations in a different way, respond to them differently. And that brings me on to the next point, which is we need to add on great stuff that will really amplify the function and support your thyroid function. On a food level, we're going to be looking at food that's hugely nutritionally very dense and beneficial for the thyroid. We also look at vitamins and supplements that will help stimulate the thyroid. Even simple things like vitamin A, vitamin D, good quality oils, amino acids, as well as water. Getting good quality filters to eliminate some of the substances found in the commercial water today that have direct impact on the thyroid. Lastly, when I talk about adding a sense of groundness, clarity and calmness to your life, whether it's achieved through simple forms of meditation, visualization, or reframing exercises, There's different techniques out there, and we will work together on something, finding something that really works for you. The objective is the same, and that is to teach you how to respond to problems and issues and anxiety in a different way that you're responding to today. And that is quite possible. Part of the reason why I'm currently undergoing a life coaching certification is because this is one area that actually fascinates me. On a very biophysiological level, when we get stressed out, we have an anxiety attack, there is a hormone called cortisol that's released to our body, and cortisol has a huge negative impact on the thyroid. I love the concept of bioindividuality. I would like to convince you that this is something that really works. Bioindividuality means that one person's food might be another person's poison. No one diet works for everyone. We all different, unique, like the same way our thumbprint is. And so what is it that works best for you? It's something that we need to figure out by working together over a 3 to 6 month period of time. This could mean different cooking techniques, whether it's raw food or whether it's cooked food, or what is the proportion of carbohydrates to proteins to fats, whether you should be eating small meals throughout the day, or is it 2 large meals and the last meal should be early in the afternoon. You know, there's so many different ways to experiment and really see what is it that makes you really feel wonderful. And as a coach, my job is to help you navigate through the system. So we really take the learnings from the first 2 pillars, and that's the removing and adding, and making that into something that gives you real optimal health.